He would. He's a good friend. I would.
Control the whole thing.
No. You speak class. No, they'll go in 2 days and ask you.
Hey Paul, reason being why I'm getting that truck, that's how I could do dumpster diving. Yep. Illegally though. Just kidding. It is possible to do it illegally.
Sure. Bet y'all rougher than them.
Ready to go to jail?
Hey Mr. Richmond, is dumpster diving illegal or it could be?
What?
Dumpster diving.
Could be illegal.
Like doing it at a public place.
Some places they mark it off where it could be illegal, but in most places they just probably don't mind too much as long as you don't leave them there, throw it all out and then not put it all back.
Just like GameStop, for example.
I'm watching this YouTuber that dumpster dive at GameStop, and it's pretty cool.
Excuse me.
That wasn't me.
You gonna do that?
Frozen out. Technically, that computer is in.
You're too off key. Even the both of y'all off key.
I'm not off key. I'm never off key. Is that true? Yeah, I'm actually doing it right, Chris. Is that true? Bro, shut up.
That's literally what she said.
Yeah.
That's what she said. I'm with.
No, quit. What do we do?
Do it, Victor. Let's show them how a wheel man does it.
Right back on my
So, I want to do it this time. I'm in.
Ready to rush? One, two, three.
Ah shit. What the fuck?
Serious.
He's just
I was
fucking
quiet.
He's just fucking with you.
That shit was funny though. That was funny though. Chris, come here.
Man, you was just fucking him hard. I done in the Playboy kind of.
Here.
Oh man, you got a bruise.
Yeah. Alright, I go.
Alright, I gotta go too.
What's up, Paul? I'm hanging in there, man.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Just trying to get through Friday.
This should be one of those classes where you don't have to just hang in, where you can have fun, kind of playing around. We do the other stuff.
Have you seen this class?
Have I seen it? No, I haven't seen it. Yeah, I see it every day. 6:30.
The thing about this class is specifically that can't. What you just said can't happen with this class.
Which one? Videos?
Well, behave while doing it.
Sure you can. It's a choice. Everything in life is a choice. You choose to do what you're doing. Even when you're put in situations, you have a choice of how you want to handle the situation. school barefooted uphill in the snow story.
What have we been?
Like we got fights in school. We got the paddle.
Oh, I wanna hear this story.
We get to fight here, we go to jail.
You go to SAC. ISS.
Well, I mean, if you're
18, yeah.
Most
if I get
definitely.
in a fight, I'm going to jail.
We got out of hand. We got the paddle. Yup. And the paddle had the hose in it, so the wind ain't stopping.
How many inches
was it? Like a cricket paddle.
You get in a fight here, you go to AFP where they have better food. So it's
I
not,
didn't play around when I was in
you
school.
really don't lose there. Like, you get to fight somebody, then you go somewhere with a lot better food than here.
Who? Where?
AFP,
Huh?
that alternative.
Oh, AOC?
Yeah, they have better food.
They do?
Yeah.
How do y'all know?
He's been.
Well, you said like you been there.
I have been.
Jordan, you been to ALC?
Yeah.
For what?
Assault? Yeah.
Man, Amara Johnson's coming out of there.
What grade?
Damn.
What I just wanted to know, like you did on this time.
You're what?
What are we doing today? We just reviewing
Well, I'm gonna go over and show you how silly you guys did to work.
Pictures or something like that.
oh.
It's on DVD.
And I did it.
It showed what the hospital looked like.
Yup.
Pretty special. Yeah. What's the next one?
Very computer labor intensive.
I would honestly like
There's a lot of processing for all those.
I've been actually.
Yeah.
Make them look cool.
Yeah.
You remember Paul playing Angry Birds?
Bro, I had that with full auto order. I
Put
still
it
have
on YouTube.
it. Had full auto, perfect balance, and hidden hand. At any way you could see the way that was supposed to be.
Are you recording?
Yeah.
I would like to see maybe.
Why don't you record something
You
else?
know how the green left looks, right?
Oh my god.
All I hear is one of the green inside it actually like make it smell the face kind of. Make it like come out of the gun, you know?
Record something else.
Like the
Hey, Keon. I seen you yesterday.
Like when like
Say something in my
the
face.
police has like green signs.
Yes.
You don't do the work. You gotta do it.
I can't wait to see.
Challenge modes.
Yes, I did. It's on there. You don't do no work. I imported it yesterday. That was hard notes.
It's like you gotta kill
No, I'm gonna show everybody,
No, Keon gonna get up out my seat and go export this video.
Hey, put your feet up and under that.
No, you did not. Don't put your hand up here.
Hey. Please stop.
Yours only had like.
She's asking you. Please stop.
On my side. He ain't cool no more. He ain't my nigga no more.
I already got
feel vibes every day.
I'm just saying, I'm
Nah,
just.
after this class period, I don't wanna hear you come walk. No, I wanna hear nothing from you. Yeah, I wanna hear nothing how you crazy, your brother crazy, I don't do none of that.
No.
Paul, you still my nigga, what's up? You get a handshake. Chris, you don't get that.
Shut up, be bolder.
I got literally everything. Armor and a weapon for each.
Only one I don't have is King Claw.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that was like a skate.
I wear a skater.
Okay.
On the sense Jay and Megan are better than that. Keon guy. Then why'd you shake his hand if these two are better than him?
Everybody put your phones up. Get things done the way they're supposed to be done. There we go. Zeke, turn that down.
My bad.
Okay, we looking live now. Yeah.
We'll get you a good number today.
So, please, everybody. There really, honestly, was no reason for as little as what was done to the file, right? Now, I gave you guys a whole bunch of extra time because of the warp stabilization stuff, okay? So, this next time around, the file is gonna already be warp stabilized. You'll be able to choose, actually, as a matter of fact, I'm taking away the choice. Everybody's gonna be doing the one that is wobbly, okay? And so, just real quick. Without even looking, okay, and just randomly, right, you guys could have dragged these across, randomly made your slices, your segments, okay? Now, I believe it'd be better to kind of go through the movie, run through it, and find your slices naturally to where there's actual logical segmentation of the scenes where it switches from one to another. But you could have just randomly went through and used the razor blade and make your segments. Turn it over. Make it even bigger, right? Okay, now I just did all that. Okay, and those are my slices. Make it bigger. Yeah. Okay, and then my thing back here. Slice over it. So more screen work. Okay. And so I wanted you to do transitions and video effects. Okay. So, let's just say, I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna drop these transitions, which all go in between each one of the segments, right? Okay. Got 4 right there, okay. Get this up a little bit here so I can see. Okay, so I'm all the way through there. So then I go, okay, those are irises, I'm done with irises. Okay, let's go with the slides. Okay, so now I have all those slides. Let's go with the split on this one, and a push on this one, and a slide on that one, and a center split on that one. Okay. Wow, look how hard this is.
But they don't look stupid.
How do you know? You don't even know. Right? You're making the assumption that it's gonna look stupid. You have no clue.
First thought it was.
Right, you're just throwing stuff on there to see the transitions and knowing what they are and where they're at, right?
Y'all think it is like, it wouldn't even play the regular video.
I understand, so I'm gonna show you.
It would. Oh, mine.
Okay, so there's some wipes.
But I didn't put it there.
Okay, so let's go to checker. Little box. Barn door. Okay, boom. Okay, now I have all the transitions on there on every single segment. Okay, whether or not they look good or not is irrelevant, right? Because remember, I told you guys the outcome of it was irrelevant. Putting them on there was what was relevant.
I didn't hear it.
Right? Because interpretation is up to the person creating the video. If you think a transition looks good between segment A and segment B, you think that transition looked good. I'm not the judge of that, right? Now, if there was something that seemed like there might be a logical separation or something, I could say something about that. Or I could say that, oh, based on this video effect that you have, it might be cool if you tried this transition, right? But I can't tell you whether or not that's good or bad. It's your video, right? All I can do is grade you on whether or not you did it, okay? My grades are not subjective to your outputs. My grades are subjective to whether or not you accomplished the task that you were given, right? Because art is art, period, right? What I think may look like good art, you may think looks like trash, right? So I can't judge you on the output of your videos. I'm not gonna judge you on the output of your videos. Unless I'm asking you to do something specific like copy a video and try to make it as close as possible to that video, that's the only time that I can ever judge you on your video, on the output, right? But if I'm asking you to just be creative and make it your own, I can't judge you on your output, right? Because it's your creation, right? I'm not asking you to clone something, okay? So, get that first in your mind and to understand, I'm not going to judge you on what it looks like, right? All this is hey, did they put the transitions in there? Right? Did they tweak the transitions at all to, try to make it a better transition? Did they put the video effects on the segment? Did they try to tweak the video effect to make it look any different than if they just dropped it on there and called it a day? Right? That's what I'm looking for. Whether or not you put the effort in to see how the transition worked, to try to alter the transition if you could. If you couldn't, that's fine. Same thing with the video effect. Did they just drop it on there, or did they play with the settings to try to change the effect to make it change the actual segment that they would put it on, right? That's what I'm looking for, right? What did you do to make the video yours through transitions and video effects? Period.
When did you say transitions? Because I heard fix the video because it was all scratchy, like super scratchy. And I'm like, oh, well,
No.
still plays bad.
I said, we went through the warp stabilization and we found out that the auto rotate and resize didn't work. So it would be best to use just the stabilize, okay, which would make it bounce all over the place. The stabilize crop, which would just make it a smaller square, right? Or the stabilize and edge, whatever it did, whatever, but it didn't fix anything. It just pushed it off the screen. Okay, so the two that you could use was stabilize crop and the stabilize only, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I said now use transitions and video effects to make it your own, because just doing the stabilization didn't make it your own. That was just the start of it, right? To change the fact that the video was shaky all over the place, and then by accident finding out that the stabilize only made it dance around and made it move in and out and all that kind of stuff, which was cool on its own, right? But to make it yours after the stabilization was done, it was necessary to add transitions and video effects between the transitions and on the segments. That's why I'm doing a Rubik's this time, because for those of you that either A, weren't listening when I said that many times, or B, just didn't care, now I'm going to have a Rubik's that you can follow, where if you didn't listen, at least hopefully you can read. Okay? So anyways.
Yeah, but I can't read though.
With all these transitions, well, I can read for you. The transitions and everything were already dropped on there. Okay? It is 8:33, and we get out of here at 9:05, so that's 13 minutes. 13 minutes, I cut up all the segments and I dropped all the transitions on there. Well, we can. I'm gonna show how we get around the fact that transitions are not easy to see. Okay, so I'm gonna blow this up a little bit so I can get on it. Okay, so now, when you click on the transitions, okay, which are gonna be the little white squares in between each segment cut, okay, it comes up like this at first,
I know that.
okay? It has to be in the effect controls, okay? And make sure that your windows are in the editing mode. If it's in the editing mode, it will generally come up looking just like this, okay? Effects controls over here, your effects, where your files and everything are stored at over here, your timeline, and your preview window, okay? And nothing over here on the side. When you do the all panels is when you have stuff on both sides and stuff everywhere, okay? So just click the editing one. Okay, so it shows A and B, right? So this is A, this is B. So instead of showing that, you can click on the Show Actual Sources checkbox. You check on that, and now it shows both sources, right? Now, because I didn't choose a logical separation, and I have it in the middle, so that's really where A is, and that's really where B is, okay? So, if I wanted to see what this effect looks like, right? This is not going to show me. So I'm on it. What's it called? It's iris round. So in this little box up here, it's going to show, and this shows where the dot is at. See, this right here is showing where it's going to start. Okay? This little play button right here, play the transition. So you click the button, and it'll start right here, and it's going to have it really fast. Okay, let's move it over a little bit. Okay, so you can't see it. Right here, this little dot changes where it starts at. If you do it in reverse, it'll go outside big. Take it off. Cool. Okay. Now, and like I said, it happens really fast, so you can't really see it, right? But that's okay, right? Because we know that this is an iris round. We know that there's a dot, okay? And this dot is going to start in the middle, and it's going to work its way out and transition into the next scene. So that means it's going to start right here. It's going to come right here, and as soon as it hits that mark right there, the little dot's going to start in the center, and then that dot's going to start opening, and the kid in the background is going to be in the center. As the circle gets bigger, he's going to start being shown more and more and more, and he's going to go through. Okay? That pisses me off, but you can't see it. Anyways. Alright, so then you go to the next one. Okay, so now you know that that's what it is right there. I'll make these a little bit smaller. Go over. Okay. And so I'll just go to the next one real quick. Show you the same thing. Okay, so now that one is the, I did iris round twice? No, I just took a second. So this is the iris cross. Okay, so same thing, it's going to start in the middle, wherever the dot is at. Okay, because I've already checked actual sources, pretty much for the rest of these transitions, it's going to show it. Okay, as soon as you check one, and typically it'll always stay checked throughout all the rest of it. Okay, so you can play it. I don't think it's going to show us very good. Yeah. Okay, so it's not showing us. Hopefully, eventually, it will show us as the computer catches up. Okay, so it doesn't matter. So anyways, so now I can click on the actual, in between these two segments, or these two transitions, now I'm clicked on the actual segment itself, where I created the segment by using the razor blade to cut. Right? By doing that, by cutting on both sides of this, anything that I do to this segment only affects this segment. Not this one, not this one. Okay? When I click on it, I come back up here to the effect controls, okay, and I see that, okay, right now there's nothing applied to it. This is standard. This is what comes with it. Video effects, right, which is motion. So if I wanted to move this around, right, you click on that. If I wanted to shrink it, okay, whatever. That's what the motion one does. That's just right out of the box. Every single one of these has that already built into it. So if I come over here and I'm like, okay, well I know I need to add video effects to it, and I could do the same thing. So instead of me going, yeah, I'm gonna go through these and individually just, apply video effects and look at it and play with it, well, that's gonna take you a while, right? What we're trying to do is we're trying to learn these tools, we're trying to learn these effects. So let's say that I know that, you know what, I wanna go through, I wanna distort all of these, right? I wanna do something that changes them, okay? So let me drag, and I'll drop corner pin on this one, and then I'll go to the next one, I'll go lens distort on this one, and then I'll go magnify on this one, okay? And I'm just gonna go down the line, right? Because my only objective is to drop as many video effects on here to see what it does. Now, previously I've already done this, so I know that offset and rolling shutter doesn't really do anything that I like. Same thing with sphere eyes. Transform can do a couple different things. The transform dissolve is kind of cool, so I'll drag on that. Okay, same thing with the twirl. Bam. Twirl does a cool thing. We already know what warp stabilize does. We don't want to touch that again, but we can do wave warp, which is kind of cool. We'll drop that on there. And it's like I said, as soon as you start playing with some of these effects, you'll know what they do. And so once you come across another video that you're editing, you'll remember what these different effects do, and you can apply it. Right? So cell pattern, I haven't played with that one yet. Let's do that. Okay, checkerboard, drag it on there. Alright. Alright, let's do an ellipse. Let's do grid. Let's see what eyedropper does. Okay. Come back down again. Let's see what else we got left in here. Oh, look at that. We got all kinds of stuff in here still. Lens flares. Okay. Let's go into lighting. What is this? What's right on? I don't know. Let's do that. Okay. And so now we've dropped all these different effects on the files, right? And so let's go back to the beginning. So that's where our cursor's at. Okay, now remember, anytime you're editing a file, this blue cursor line has to be on the file, right? Now what you'll see is that, okay, based on where this is at and how it affects it, your transitions, oh, there we go. Your transitions may or may not fit at that point, right? Because like the logical transition would be a change of scene like that, right? So, typically you want your transitions to show a change of scene, right? But we'll go ahead and we'll work with what we got right now just to kind of show you guys. Okay? And so finally that transition works too. Like I said, sometimes it just takes the computer a little while to catch up. So now you can see the transition.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, so that's what the whatchamacallit does?
Yeah, that's the iris circle, the iris round.
So it's like a little water circle.
Yeah, well, what it does is it starts to circle out in the middle.
Yeah.
And it spreads out, and then boom, it does the other thing. But where I put it at, like if I would have moved the cut over just a tad, as soon as the circle would have started, then the kid in the background would have shown. Instead of doing that. You see what I'm saying? So because I made the cut right on top of that black Curious Savage text title thing, if I would have slid it over a little bit and made the cut, like another frame, like probably like right there, then as soon as the iris started to open, he would have shown in the background, and the Black Savage sign in the foreground would have been what's disappearing, right? Instead of just replicating itself. Okay? And then same thing, so now we're on this actual file, right? So we got past the transition, we're on this actual file. We go up to the effect controls. See, please. Okay, so we go up to the effect controls, and we go, okay, well, what does this do, right? Corner pinning. Okay. So the only way you're going to know is just drag these to change the figures. Okay, well, that's kind of cool. Let's see what that does. Go the other way. Okay, makes it kind of warp that way. Oh, that's kind of cool. Kind of like a Star Wars thing, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. Okay.
What is that called?
It's called corner pinning. Pin. Okay, you can pull it that way, push it this way.
Does it make it look 3D?
So you're changing the actual effect of how it sits on the screen, right? So I can move it forward, I can move it back, like that, right? Okay, and now another thing that I want you guys to understand is that, let me go ahead, all this right here, reset, reset, okay? So you go back to the original settings. Now, you notice how every single one of these has a clock right there? So it's toggle animation. Well, what that does is it allows you to add keyframes. Okay, and because it allows you to add keyframes, that means you can make each one of those warpings occur at a keyframe. So that way, it actually moves to that parameter to get to that each keyframe. So I click on the clock like that. Okay, and it automatically, as soon as I click on the clock, it starts the first keyframe. So I'm starting here. And so all I do is move this over just a little bit, and then I go, okay, so now let me warp it. So it's gonna go there, okay. And this one, go there.
Hey, I did that.
Okay. Now, you move this over just a little bit more. You hit your keyframe again. See the button? So I hit my keyframe button again, it adds another keyframe.